Greetings! Welcome here to Charles Boulevard. We are here, it's me, Pavel, and
Bernie, still the same words, but still Charles Boulevard here.
Yeah.
The same story.
The same story, exactly. Bernie PB is here, I am here, Dermot is not here, he's locked down again.
But still, he's still with us.
Of course.
Yeah,
of
Dermot,
course.
you here.
Greetings!
Yeah.
Well, today we should say a word or two
Maybe three.
about mastering. The thing is that we wrote the songs, we recorded everything, we mixed it, and now we are in the final stage of the production of the music, or of the musical part of the album, and that's mastering. Well,
It's one of the most important thing. It's the final step.
that's the final step,
Yeah.
and lots of people think that, or lots of people don't even know that something like that has to be done. Sometimes you can master the things just as easily as that you just put a compressor and limiter in the final stage of the mixing, and you have something.
It seems to be easy, but it's not.
But
It's
mastering
very
is
difficult.
the trickiest thing. And I must say, once my friend told me that almost all the great sounding records that he loved throughout his whole life are mastered by one person, and that's Bob Ludwig. You know,
Yeah.
Bob Ludwig is a
Regent.
is a mastering engineer, and is the master of all those mastering engineers. And the thing is that you find that there are many things about mastering that you can learn, many ideas. You can
Lots of dirty tricks.
lots of tricks, yeah.
Yeah.
But finally get to the result that it's in some points simpler, in some points not. And it's that you just have to
Yeah.
listen and think, and just do some tricks here and there to get the result, because there's no strict way how to get the master right. And
Very often it's for me, as I can see you're working on it. It's it's about just instinct in
exactly,
feeling, yeah.
exactly. It's a feeling, and that's So from my opinion and from my experience, I bought lots of things about mastering. Here I just looked. I had this thing that I bought in England once, and there are lots of ideas that can help you, and you can try, and finally you find that it's in fact useless, because to make the real good mastering, what you need is a good place, recording room,
You've got
mastering
it,
room.
yeah.
We don't have such a place. You need you need great speakers for
Okay, yeah.
mastering.
But
We
places,
don't have them.
But place is nice as well.
Yeah, it's nice, but it's not really good for that.
And the most important, it's completely dry.
It's completely dry. That's the only
Sorry, guys.
thing that maybe is good about it. So we don't have the right place. We don't have the right speakers. You cannot master to the headphones. In fact, everything that we have is just wrong. So still we have to do the master. So we finally said that we will follow the instincts, and then we will make a lot of test drives. So we always try to make the master of the song, to make it loud enough to be comparable with the production that we all are used to, and but still to have enough of dynamics that we like, because what we think about contemporary music that is out there, especially pop music, that it lacks dynamics because it's squashed too much sometimes. And so we would try to leave it a little bit more natural.
Yeah.
So we are trying to keep this here, and then we go testing on you got your headphones that you really like, so you test it on your headphones.
Yeah.
We can test it on the small speakers on notebook, just a laptop PC. And we test it, of course, here in the studio, but we test it in the hi-fi at home. We test it in the car, and then we go back and we say what is wrong, and we move that just a little bit. It means that this part of work for us was kind of, I would not say boring, but very long.
That's difficult, yeah.
Because we always do something and we never know what we actually done. But what we work on, we used Wavelab for mastering, and as I told you once, I'm completely dependent on my Waves plugins. So because of we wanted to make it sound kind of old school, I used a lot of analog modulated plugins. But what we found and what we said right at the beginning, if you want to have a good master, you should have the good recording first. So in fact,
or lost.
I don't think that you can fix a lot in the mastering process. You can, but it doesn't always go right. So it's much better if you have the mix really good sounding. So now let's listen to that. I will put just a piece.
And the song is completely done.
Yes. And this is the mix down. It means this is dry. And now, what I did, we started with this little thing that I love it a lot, and that's Abbey Road mastering chain, which is just very, very clean, and it gives the song the sound. But I will show you. I even use the meters for that. So I will show you without. It sounds like this, and now with. Is it true? We're turning a blind eye. Some may say that you almost don't hear the difference.
Yeah.
But there is, and there is completely different sound, especially in the bass.
Yeah.
So
it sounded a little bit stronger,
a little bit stronger, and kind of more, I would say, oval. That it's not that sharp as it used to be.
But I like sharp.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And
the color.
The next thing that I used was this old equalizer that now it's from Jack Joseph Pugh collection, and that's the EQ P1A. I see, and it's just for warming the sound a little bit. So I will show you that. I will then put each effect on it. Then I used my. I love this. This is the emulation of Fairchild. It's called in Waves. It's called Pewchild, and it's just amazing compressor. And I made it exactly the way that when you look at the meters, it almost doesn't move. Only a little bit. It means that it just gives it a sound, but it doesn't affect the dynamics that much. But puts a little bit more
great, so
nicer sound. Yeah,
I like
the
it.
pictures are beautiful.
Yeah.
Then I did a little work with the stereo to make it more in the stereo. Then I put it on the tape to get that analog thing, and then I thought that it would be good to put a little bit more bass to the speakers that don't have bass at all. So this is just it's called max bass, and it creates the harmonics for the bass frequencies. So you hear a little of bass even in those things that cannot reproduce those things. It's a longer story, but it's very interesting. And then I did the final stage, and I limited it, and I used the limiter that can affect differently each band in the equalizer. This is the only part that makes the song more modern sounding, I would say. And now I will let it play, and I will enter each thing in, so you will hear the difference, how it kind of goes to the final result. So
we're curious of it.
Now this is only the mix down.
Yeah.
Now we go with Abbey Road. Now we put the equalizer. Now the Fairchild.
The speaker different.
And it grows.
Yeah.
Sound grows.
Sounds stronger.
Now the stereo. Now the tape modulation. Bass. And now we put the limiter in.
Yeah. Surprising. And this is the final step.
This is the final step. Repeat the level.
But still, I can hear everything. I like this version. I love this master.
This is the way we did it, and we just work with every song. We make only small changes in the settings of each effect, and put it there. So this is how we did it, and the result will be heard on the CD. And I must say that we are very happy how it sounds, and I hope that you will be happy when you hear it, because this is incredibly sounding piece of music. We really love it.
Yeah. Okay, about Pablo. Yeah, very nice lecture today, but I'm still empty page of the book.
That's it.
Yeah, because I'm still watching just your work.
The funny thing is that it took hours to put it this way, and I usually, each project that I do, I put it completely differently. And I still think that if Bob Ludwig watches this video, he's probably laughing.
Yeah, very laughing.
He says, "Okay, these guys, poor guys,
but
hey
man, come on,
missed it." But no,
we try to do our best. Yeah, that's all.
But this is exactly about mastering. I think there is no rule. You just have to listen and try to think what to do to make it really great sounding.
Yeah.
And it means anything you do, try. It just should not peak. It should not distort. It should not be too squashed. You have to be careful about frequencies, and that's it. Try and get the right tools. I must say, in this point, I'm very happy with this setup, because it really sounds great once we get it out. Okay,
yeah.
So that's it. So I hope it was useful for someone, and see you next time, because we are going to release the record very soon.
Very soon.
We are Charles Boulevard. You're still watching us, and I hope that you will, because we will never surrender.
We will never surrender. Yeah.
Okay.
Who said that?
Who said that? All right, so Viva Charles Boulevard.
Viva Charles Boulevard.